Did you know that nearly all stock price changes of 10% or more result from a single news headline? In fact, a research paper from the Federal Reserve analyzed more than 900,000 news stories and concluded that positive news stories increase stock returns quickly. The key is getting access to breaking news live as it is happening. Benzinga Pro is the only streaming platform available to retail investors that provides the fastest live news feed in the market, so you can catch breakout stocks before they rally. Some recent winning alerts include 270% on BLPH in 4 days, 147% on CRBP in 2 days, and 118% on UNCY in 4 days. The way it works is simple. Every minute of the day, Benzinga Pro scours the market for news that moves stock prices. Not only does Benzinga Pro provide data to brokerages and other news outlets such as TradeStation, TD Ameritrade, MarketWatch, and Bloomberg. Subscribers get the same data plus real-time alerts to stay ahead of new stock rallies. But that's not all. You also get streaming stock news, trading signals, intelligent chat rooms, daily trade picks from professional traders, stock audio with real-time.
All right, team, I should be back and you should hear me now. I'm going to wait a second here to see if we got some sound. You guys in the chat, please tell me that we got some sound now, because I just restarted my sound here. Something should have happened. Hendrix tried to pull the rug on me today. Are we alive? Yes, we are, Jim. Can you hear me? Shout out to you guys for sticking around for this long. And yes, I was definitely focused. So I'm sorry that I didn't catch the chat a little bit earlier. I was trying to run through a lot of the stocks out there. I appreciate everyone, bro. Everyone was at least nice about it. No, I'm sure you guys enjoyed that. So what ended up happening is right before the show started, like literally 1 minute before the show started, Hendrix jumped on my desk and just completely knocked my mic over onto the ground. It even fell off the holder. And I guess that restarted my mic there. I don't know what happened. Let's go to the market. You guys might want to forget what you guys just saw. Let's get back to the market here. All right, guys. So welcome to Start Swing Trade, where we go into the market and take a look at what's happening. And I have been Hendrixed today. Let's go ahead. Let's get to the market here, guys. I've been talking about the tech rally, right? Would we see a tech rally here towards the end? Tech has been the only thing that has been strong all day. And it's held in there. You can see it, especially with Apple. And I'll put myself in the bottom corner here, but you guys can see that move in Apple. It's been holding in there, trying to make this next move up. Of course, NVIDIA is also trying to hold on here and I think recover 450. But if it rejects 450 and we can't hold that 450, I think that's where we're going to be, where we come right back down here. And we could even go for like maybe a 400 break on the downside for NVIDIA. So at this point, I think NVIDIA is not a bad thing to maybe risk off of that 450 outlook, right? Maybe we get to the 448, but we don't get back to 450 from here. That's something that I'm definitely thinking an eye on. ARM has been weak all day. This is why I don't feel so strong about tech. When tech was doing good last week, that was like Monday and kind of like Thursday going into there. And you can see ARM is starting to get hit again. This is why I don't think it's going to be able to hold on. Intel took a big hit today. It was starting to make a move to the upside and then comes right back down. So stocks like this, I'm a little bit concerned about. If they're not being able to hold on their gains, we could see a flip to the downside. I did talk about utilities and how they got destroyed today. So we'll go back to that. Definitely utilities just getting wrecked today. The leader, really, Nextera. I don't know what happened there, but it was a complete disaster. This is as bad as it gets there for XLU. You don't see this happen too often where you get a daily bar like this on the XLU. You guys can go looking for it, but we're actually coming back down to pandemic levels here for utilities. I remember when I was trying to short utilities right off the top. I still remember I was trying to short utilities early on in the year, and I was trying to short Duke for a long-term trade. Well, That would have been a nice one. That was up there in the 104 handles and 105s. And you guys can see it here when I created this, updated on what? January 9th, 2023. And that's why I like that it tells me the dates that I drew these lines, because, you know, a lot of people think I cherry pick, but there's an easy way to look at it. And that line and the date, it doesn't lie. All right, let's keep going, guys. We'll take a look at what else is making moves in the market. Industrials was something that I'm seeing just fall off the wagon. Today, I actually shorted CAT and was able to make a good gain on this. And now I'm going to continue to watch this to see if it continues to break down. There's other names that are breaking down in this space also. Pakar is one that I'm keeping an eye on towards the end here. If I could see tech give up here and all of a sudden take a hit to the downside, I could even go after that stock today. Look at Boeing in the way it's been trading. This doesn't look good here in the XLI. Of course, Boeing taking another hit lower, and that's not looking good there. If you look at RTX recently, it was starting to come back, and maybe we were going to get a gap fill to the upside. No, that's letting go the defensive names. Lockheed Martin starting to let go. This doesn't look good at all, guys. And even GE, that's been strong all year today, finally starts to give up. So be careful out there, team. GE definitely taking a major hit here. And we'll see. Does this finally start to break the trend that's been held all year? GE got all the way up as high as 92% for the year. Now it's starting to pull back from the highs. It's down only about 7.5, but it does look like that trend is starting to break. So another one that I watched, of course, was Deere. Deere keeps going lower. It doesn't look like it wants to get back to 400. And if as Deere falls, eventually I'm going to look to see if CAT just falls off that cliff and fills the gap here back towards 266. UPS looks like that could keep going lower. I'm not going to get in front of that. I think that you might even drag FedEx eventually back into the red. We'll see what else is going on. I did also get short the banks today. JPM, look at that KRE, guys. You guys know your boy Money Mitch has been on top of the KRE and the banking situation for how long now? It's been a while now, guys. We've been talking about this for now 1.8 months, almost 2 months of downside action in the KRE. Yet, who's talking about it? Your boy Money Mitch right here on Benzinga. Why? Because like I always talk about it, I try to look at catalysts that are leading, right? What's going to come forward down the line? Not like the media out there that is always trying to focus on what's happened already. What's happened already is not going to give me the benefit, not going to give me some edge. Now, what I am looking for is to go ahead and look to see if this banking situation eventually turns the market. And I talked about how AI could be that thing that can maybe keep the market up, but we've seen how AI names have reacted as of late, and it doesn't look good there for the AI bubble to hold these stocks up. And now, if anything, what's the narrative that can come into play? The narrative that can come into play is another regional bank disappearing. So that's why I've been calling for it right here, of course, on Start Swing Trade. We'll see what else is going on. And have you discussed Evergrande at all? Not necessarily, Angie. It's not necessarily my situation with Evergrande, but can that be having more kind of implications for real estate going down the line? Yes, it could have some implications, but the thing with Evergrande and why I don't talk too much about it is that it has to do with China data and how that's being taken, things like that. Honestly, I don't trust anything that has to do with China. So in this case, Angie, I've been kind of deferring towards it, but I think that also weighing in on the market. I'm also keeping a close eye on how JPM's action was today. I'm fully out of my short on JPM today, but I got short JPM today really early into what I thought was a bull trap. And you guys can see it here. Nice little bull trap that was going to the upside. And then I got short here at 144.90s off this 145.10. And you guys can see it. JPM came all the way down there to 142.75. And this is the leader, right? This is the best it gets in banks. Take a look at Bank of America today. Does this look good, guys? No. Look where we're at, guys. I drew this red line. I created this on March 15th, updated it on April 5th. I haven't touched it since. And you guys can see how we came right to it, rejected that line, and are now going towards the next low. Can we take out this low right here from the low in the regional banking period, which was a low of 26.32? If we go and we crush that, be careful, guys. People are going to start talking about the banks again. And this is when I think we need to definitely be aware of what happens, right? Marty says, since I've been watching this show, I started a position in FAZ today. Hey, you got to be careful in those leverage plays, right? I don't think it's a bad thing to go after those leverage plays. But one of the things that I would say when I play these leverage plays, a lot of the times I'm looking on hourly pullbacks to try to get opportunities. So a very simple example is right here on the 29th, right? You can start going towards hourly support. You find some support, you get to the next level, right? And over here, you're holding resistance as prior support and you get to the next level. So what would I be watching in the next couple of days? Can I just come back into this level, 2017? If I can get back into that level, I don't mind taking a shot in FAZ. And of course, when you're talking FAZ, you're talking bear 3 times X. So you are going to get up and down action. Keep your eyes on this. Let's see if this goes back to when we were going towards the regional time, which was all the way up here, right? And so you guys can see here, if we just draw a trend line from there, we're actually starting to get hot. We'll see what happens there in FAZ. KRE definitely going lower. WAL was one of the ones that was on my radar today to get short. And you guys can see how this is coming back right now, starting to get a little bit of a bounce back. So we'll see what happens here in this situation. I'm going to go to the SPY right now, and you guys can see the SPY taking a little bit of an uplift right now. And what's another bank that I shorted today? Well, I shorted Ozark. Bank of Ozark was able to make a good gain on this one, just covering just a couple of minutes ago. I covered at 305, and I took it from, let me get my entry there. I know there was a pretty good entry. It was short off of 36.36. And then got cover at 35.70. So pretty nice gain there, and was able to get a pretty good gain there. Now I'm going to be watching on what happens here with the Qs. You can see how the Qs are starting to rip. This is why I was talking about that we could get a potential tech rally towards the close here. You guys saw the thumbnail. Definitely give the thumbs up if you guys enjoy that. Now I'll leave the last 4 minutes here for a little bit of ticker time. You guys throw up some tickers. I'm probably not going to open too many trades right now, but definitely keeping my eyes open to see what's happening out there. And I think this is a battle now between tech and the banking situation. If the banking situation takes over, if we have any more regional concern, then I think that the tech is going to be able to turn back to the downside. We'll see what happens there. Keep your eyes on the market, team. NVIDIA will take back that 450 spot. I think that's very vital for it. It's trying. Let's see if it can do it. And also just another trend that I'm seeing DFS, credit services, Visa, MasterCard. Those names have gotten wrecked as of late. Those can get a little bit of a bounce, but I'm definitely looking at these as a little bit of a turnaround. You can also see it with American Express. Take a look at American Express and how that's been going lower. We'll see what happens to these credit services, but they're not looking strong. Let's go to some stocks from the chat here. Disney, I expect here, guys. I drew this line way in the past, and this is when I love that my charts kind of speak, right? What I mean by my charts speak? Well, I drew this line. I created it on October 3rd, 2022, and I updated it on the September 9th, 2023, right? So that's in the 79s. I had it really originally drawn into the 80s. Now the next layer from there is what I want to be paying attention to. And I think that we can go lower from there. So we'll have to kind of keep an eye on it. But if we do go lower from there, where's the next spot from here? Well, if I take a look at the monthlies and I rewind, the next layer that I have is down there towards the 70s. And I created this also. When did I create this? I created this on December 16th in 2022. So we're almost a year from when I drew this line. Now we'll look to see if we go back down towards that 70. I think it goes to that 70. I think it might even go there towards 60s and 50s, but that's going to take a while. Disney is not something I want to touch with a 10-foot pole. Path here. Path is trying to come back. Look at the monthly. The monthly has been trying to come back, but really, where has it gone? Nowhere. And so this is one that I would definitely keep an eye on it. If it could get back above 19s, we can kind of keep an eye on it. But right now, this is the Kathy favorite. This is one that you really need to see things change. Kathy's been wrong, dead wrong on Path. She's been adding the whole time lower. So that's one thing that I'd keep in mind, right? If you see it back above 20s, yeah, maybe this doesn't look too bad. But for right now, it's a little bit of a scary play. And if it cuts down here towards the 14s, it could easily just go back to 12. The only thing that's been helping it is the weekly's been going sideways. That's one thing I'll give you. Let's see if it can make its way back here towards 19 and 20s. If it can do that, it's going to be looking hot. UUP short. All right. Well, you're talking the dollar index bullish fund. And I mean, look how long it's been since that broke the 9. So I would wait for this to crack that light blue line, which is the 9 EMA. And then I'd be looking for maybe a short, because you're always going to be playing what? You're going to be playing what? Reactionary, right? A little bit reactionary versus trying to front run the move. Whenever I'm trying to short something that's just being a beast, I don't want to short run it until it gives me the sign of weakness. This is not the sign of weakness right now. I would want to see something like we got here, where the stock came up, came down. It looked weak. It pops up. It looks like it's going to break out through 30, 40s. And this is old period. This is an old time, right? But it looks like it's going to break out through the 30, 40s. We look like we're going to go towards the 30, 50s. And what happens the very next day? Boom, take out a support. This is what I'm going to be looking for. You go and you take out this line here, the 2950s. That's what I'd be looking for. Something like that. Show me that you want to turn around. And then look how the light blue line goes from being below the price action to above the price action and stays above. Once the price action flips and it starts closing above the 9 EMA, that's when I get out. So right here around this 2750s, I could get out there. And that's just one way to play off the 9 EMA. Hope you enjoy that outlook, TJ. I know this isn't a stock that many people would trade, but I just wanted to take a look at how a strategy could come into play. I hope you guys enjoyed today's stream. I tried to go at least a minute over, guys. I'm sorry that I had some mic issues earlier. It seems my GoXLR kind of crashed and I needed to restart it there. I'm glad that you guys stuck around. Even though I was kind of silent, you guys were enjoying it and stuck around. So thank you guys for sticking around here. Marty, Jim, all you guys in the chat, they were trying to help me out. Even the Wind Walker was trying to tell me, hey, man, you're with the wind right now. But appreciate you guys like always. Smash the like if you guys enjoy right here on Benzinga. I will see you guys bright and early tomorrow morning. Don't go anywhere, team. There's a lot more for you guys in the markets, and we're going to keep battling. A green day for me today. We'll see what I can come up with tomorrow.